welcome to the Lessons from Madame Chic book club. I'm Laura, and I post weekly videos here at For the Love of Organizing, where I share my tips on creating an inspired home and life you'll love, which is why it is so fitting that we are going through Jennifer Scott's book, Lessons from Madame Chic, 20 Stylish Secrets I Learned While Living in Paris. Now today's video covers the first section of the book, which is focused on diet and exercise. Before I jump in, I'd also love to hear your thoughts on Lessons from Madame Chic. Be sure to comment below or post a video response on your own YouTube channel. Now let's jump in. Now chapter 1 is entitled Snacking is So Not Chic. And I don't think what Scott is saying here is that we should never enjoy a snack, but rather that when we do feel that we need a snack, that we should be completely mindful of what we're going to enjoy, not eating on the go or just grabbing whatever's handy, but instead reaching for something that's really healthy that is going to leave us feeling energized. She talked later about how it's okay sometimes to feel a little bit hungry, and that before we reach for a snack that we should ask ourselves if we're truly hungry or if maybe we're feeling a little uneasy or emotional about something, just kind of taking an inventory of what's really going on and then making a decision. Another thing that stood out to me in this chapter was how the open concept design that's so popular in American homes does put the temptation to snack or partake in a little extra eating during the day more in front of us than in the traditional design of Famille Chic's home in Paris. And in their home, their kitchen wasn't completely state-of-the-art. It was in no way the focal point, and it was set apart from the rest of the home. So if you did want a snack or felt that you needed to get something to eat, you were aware that you were traveling down the hallway into the kitchen. And that really stood out to me, and I'm not sure how I can put that into play here in our new home, but definitely something worth noting. My third takeaway from chapter 1 was not snacking on the go. Now, of course, with children and busy schedules, sometimes it just can't be avoided, but she mentioned adjusting your schedule, getting up a little earlier, and really making breakfast a truly enjoyable meal of the day, and putting just that little extra time and preparation into the meal, not only for yourself, but for your family. Now, chapter 2 was one of my favorite chapters in the book, and it was all about not depriving yourself, but enjoying high quality, even decadent foods, but in moderation. And that's something that just really resonated with me, knowing that there aren't forbidden foods, but instead that you can enjoy something that you truly love, but just in a small amount. I also really loved the focus on a beautiful presentation of your food, whatever it may be. Even if you're just at home with the kids, taking the time to prepare a beautiful plate and even garnish it, and just take a little extra thought and care into what items are placed on your plate and how you're going to approach enjoying that meal, just makes everyday moments feel a little bit more sophisticated and enjoyable. Chapter 3, Exercise is a part of life, not a chore. This was just another wonderful chapter where we were reminded that if we're living our lives to the fullest, exercise is going to be a part of our every moment nearly. Going to the grocery store in France, she talks about going to the market and the art of purchasing food and preparing a meal, and how it often requires walking to various markets to secure your food. And that just reminded me to, here in America, consider making more than one trip a week to the grocery store so that I get a little bit more exercise and I'm able to get out and enjoy my surroundings a little bit more, and to look at grocery shopping as an opportunity to exercise instead of something that I need to check off my list. Now, looking at my daily activities and hobbies and just being really honest about how much of them involve exercise, and then adding in new kinds of things like visiting art museums or walking to a neighborhood store or cafe, exploring downtown. These are all things that Scott recommends. Now, my husband and I often explore downtown Charleston on the weekends as a way to get in our exercise and to just get re-energized and inspired and excited about the city that we live in. And most recently, we've been taking his smartwatch with us to track the number of steps that we're able to get in. So I really loved Scott's idea about making exercise a part of life and not a chore. And she even touched on taking care of your home and how just the daily cleaning can be another great way to get those steps in and to really get the exercise that your body needs without having to go to the gym. Now, my last takeaway from chapter 3 was on positive body image. And just to be completely transparent with you, I was a little nervous about going into the diet and exercise portion of Madame Chic just because it's a sensitive spot for me. And I just loved when Scott shared that French women love the body that they have and treat it at their absolute possible best, but don't spend their time wishing that they had a different size or a different shape, etc. So I loved just the body positive message there and really embracing everything about the body that I have, that I've been blessed with, and doing my part to increase my daily exercise and be more mindful of everything that I'm treating my body to and eating. Those are my takeaways for the first part of Madame Chic. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'd love to hear what stood out to you. Did you take some notes on things that you may have wanted to work on yourself? What made you feel most inspired from part 1? Love to have this discussion with you, and I'll see you in the comments below.